Morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Tony Cervone, head of GM Global Communications. We've asked you here today for two announcements with GM's autonomous vehicle program. Announcements that continue to drive us closer to the day when autonomous vehicles will help make our lives safer, simpler, and better. If I can, I'd like to start with a couple of housekeeping. First, our safety protocol. If for any reason we have to evacuate the building, the exits are to your left and right and behind me. With the weather today, if it is cold, if you do have to go outside for any reason, please try and find shelter as quickly as possible, perhaps across the street. If we need to take shelter in the building, we'll ask you to go to the center interior of the building. So please, we'll follow the protocol when we do that. A few introductions before we begin. With us today, GM Chairman and CEO Mary Barra, Director of Michigan Department of Transportation Kirk Steidl, CEO of Michigan Economic Development Corporation Steve Arwood, and Lieutenant Colonel Rick Arnold from the Michigan State Police. From our Orion Township Assembly Plant, Jim Quick, our plant manager, Joya Shepard, Personnel Director, Joel Persinger, Chairman, UAW Local 5960, and Louis Roca, President, UAW Local 5960. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Mary Barra. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Tony. It's really great to be here. Thanks to everybody who's joined us. I also want to thank all the people who have really made today possible, especially our government representatives at the state and local levels, as well as our partners from the UAW. This is an incredibly exciting time for the auto industry. In fact, you've all heard me say, I believe we're in the midst of seeing more change now than we've seen in the last 50 years. New technologies are driving tremendous advancements in everything from safety to what powers vehicles and the way we get from point A to B. Today, the convergence of connectivity, electrification, autonomous driving, and the sharing mobility gives us opportunity and the responsibility to create a new model of personal transportation that really changes the way society thinks about the automobile. That is why, following Governor Snyder's signing last week of the SAVE Act legislation to support autonomous vehicle testing and deployment in Michigan, we are very pleased today to make two announcements regarding GM's work in autonomous vehicles. First, GM will immediately begin autonomous vehicle testing on public roads in Michigan. In June, GM began testing autonomous Chevrolet Bolt EVs on public roads in San Francisco and shortly then followed in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today, we have more than 40 vehicles testing in these two cities. We are also currently testing autonomous Bolt EVs in Michigan at our technical center in Warren. And following last week's signing of the SAVE Act, we will now expand our AV activities to public roads on the outskirts of our Warren campus. And within the next several months, we'll expand the testing to Metro Detroit. Going forward, Metro Detroit will be one of the primary areas that GM will be doing real-world testing of autonomous vehicles. This will be our main location for cold weather, and I think we're demonstrating that today, as well as winter driving conditions. By adding Michigan to our public testing program, we're ensuring that our AVs can operate safely across a full range of road, weather, and climate conditions. We are also very pleased today to announce that GM will produce our next generation of autonomous test vehicles at our Orion Township Assembly Plant beginning early next year. And I'm pleased to recognize the members of the plant management and UAW Local 5960 who are with us today. Thank you for being here. Orion Assembly will build Bolt EVs equipped with a full autonomous technology, including LiDAR, cameras, sensors, and other hardware designed to ensure system safety. Production will leverage our proven manufacturing quality standards. We expect GM will become the first high-volume auto manufacturer to build fully autonomous vehicles in a mass production assembly plant. The vehicles produced at Orion will allow us to accelerate the testing and validation of our autonomous technology. Orion Assembly currently manufactures the Chevrolet Bolt EV as well as the Chevrolet Sonic. At GM, our highest priority continues to be the vehicle development process that will allow us to deliver safety into the marketplace for our consumers, and of course, that extends to the development and testing of our autonomous vehicles. Expansion of the real-world autonomous testing program will help ensure that General Motors AVs meet the same strict standards for safety and quality that we've been building into our traditional vehicles for many years. And not only are we committing to building safe and reliable autonomous vehicles, we're also committed to the belief that autonomous vehicles will provide tremendous benefits to society in terms of safety, convenience, and quality of life. In 2015 alone, almost 35,000 people lost their lives in the United States due to traffic accidents. It's estimated that 90% of these accidents were driver error, errors that autonomous driving has the potential to eliminate. At GM, we are determined to pursue technologies that make our customers' lives safer, simpler, and better. Today's announcements are very important steps in that journey. So I want to thank everyone again who's made today's announcements possible, and now I'd like to introduce the Director of the Michigan Department of Transportation, Kirk Steidl.
Thanks, Mary. Thanks, Mary, and it's really great to be here with a leader in automotive technology, and Mary, thanks for all the work that you've been doing, and a great team here at General Motors. I have to send, first of all, personal congratulations from Governor Snyder. It is the last day of lame duck, and he is unable to make this distance real quickly. Maybe in the future we'll have a mode to get there a little faster. But he sends his congratulations and his thank you for deciding to put this here in Michigan and do that testing here. As you mentioned, he signed legislation last Friday, many of you were there, that allows for autonomous vehicles to be on any road at any time. That package of legislation was a great example of government getting out of the way. It sets a framework to allow the innovators at our auto companies and technology companies to put their best products on the road in a safe manner. Mary, I appreciate your comments about the traffic fatalities, because we at the Department of Transportation take that very, very seriously. We have a goal of towards zero deaths. We agree with this technology that if we can reduce those fatalities by 80%, why would we wait? We need to do it now, and we need to do it fast. The legislation also allowed for on-demand automated networks, which is exactly what GM has just announced here. We're really excited by that. It really helps cement in history that Michigan, particularly Southeast Michigan, is the place, the epicenter for automotive research and development, and particularly for autonomous and connected vehicles. We're really looking forward to partner with General Motors as we have in the past. We look forward to further collaboration as we go forward, and we want to thank you, Mary, and your executive team for being great partners with the state of Michigan. We clearly have a global position in auto history. As the governor has said many times, we're the place to put the world on wheels. We are going to be the place that helps redefine mobility for the future. So, Mary, thank you for your announcement. We look forward to working with you. We look forward to developing that pipeline of talent and continue with the innovation that General Motors has had for the last 100+ years and that we've had here in the great state of Michigan. Thank you all very much.
All right, so before you all come up here for questions and answers, we're going to set up a few pictures here. So if I could ask Mary, Director Steidl, please. Lieutenant Colonel, please come up. Steve, you're going to direct that? All right, here we go. Give me your glasses.